Here are important guidelines to keep in mind as you embrace the challenges of online classes. 1. Set up a good working space. It is important that the place is quiet, clear, and free from distractions. 2. Make yourself look good online. Wear clothes the way you do when you go to school for in-person classes. 3. Have a respectful tone. When communicating with your teachers and classmates, observe a certain level of formality. Use respectful greetings and signatures like Good morning, Mr. Dow, Hi, Ms. Taylor, please, and thank you. 4. Be kind and be professional. Make it a point to be respectful in your comments even if you disagree with others. Conduct yourself in an online class with the same respect, politeness, and professionalism that you would exhibit in a real-life classroom. 5. Properly use your webcam and microphone. It's good to show your face to give the impression that you're actively engaged with the lesson. Turn your microphone off when your teacher or others are speaking. This will eliminate background noise that can be distracting. 6. Properly use the chat box. Don't post irrelevant remarks. Instead, use the chat box to clarify misconceptions or share great ideas you have about the topic at hand. Don't yell by typing in all caps. In most situations, typing in all caps is perceived as inappropriate. 7. Always make an effort to use proper punctuation, spelling, and grammar. Observing these ensures clear expression of your thoughts or ideas. 8. Make sure to submit your assignments the proper way. Knowing how to properly submit your work online is key to your success as an online student. 9. Take time to read. When asked to comment on a post, take some time to read through each of the previous discussion post responses before writing your own response. And 10. Think before you type. What you share in an online classroom becomes part of a digital record. I hope that you observe these guidelines to help you in your online learning. May you have a wonderful school year.
Good morning, learners. It feels so great to be with you today again. I am Sir Aaron John Cortez, your English teacher. In this session, I will take you to another fun-filled and exciting learning journey. Module 4 has something to do with reading to lay value judgment on critical issues that demand sound analysis and call for prompt action. At the end of this module, you are expected to: Number 1, take a stand on critical issues. Number 2, analyze the stand of the speaker based on his or her explicit statement. And lastly, for number 3, read to lay value judgment on critical issues that demand sound analysis and call for prompt action. So what are you waiting for? Get hold on your module, paper, notebook, and ball pen. Together, we will unravel all the learning tasks which you will surely enjoy while at the same time learning. Now, it's time for us to measure your prior knowledge about the topic using the activity from what I know. Read the text below and answer the question that follows. Write your answer on your activity notebook. You will be given 1 minute to accomplish this task, and your timer starts now. Oops, time's up. Let us now check your answers. The answers may vary. That's why evaluation and checking will be done right after this video. Good job, class. You are absolutely fantastic. According to Francis Bacon, critical thinking is a desire to seek, patience to doubt, fondness to meditate, slowness to assert, readiness to consider, carefulness to dispose, and set in order, and hatred for every kind of imposture. Let us now look back from your previous lesson using what's in activity. Standing up for good. Study the ads below and then decide whether you will be in favor or against of a particular issue being raised. Answer the questions that follow. You will be given 1 minute to accomplish this task, and your timer starts now. Oops, time's up. Let us now check your answers. The answers may vary. That's why evaluation and checking will be done right after this video. Good job, class. You are absolutely fantastic. Are you now ready and excited to do your initial task? If so, let's get started. For your initial task, read the following questions. Answer them based on your own words. You will be given an additional time to answer these questions. And your timer starts now. Oops! Time's up! Let us now check your answers. The answers may vary. That's why evaluation and checking will be done right after this video. Fantastic! High five for a job well done!
Hi friends, it's Lunga here. Let's face it, getting sick isn't nice. But did you know that superheroes can also catch COVID-19? Knowing the signs of COVID-19 is important. It can make your body sweat and feel very hot. And it can also cause a dry cough, runny nose, or sore throat. You can also feel very tired, have a headache, muscle pain, shortness of breath, and difficulty smelling or tasting food. When you are at school and you feel sick with any of these symptoms, be a COVID-19 hero and tell your teacher or an adult that you trust. And if you notice your friend is sick, speak up and tell someone.
Let us now dig deeper about the topic. Using what is it? You are usually making a certain kinds of value judgment when we often say that value judgment are normative, which means they evaluate things with respect to certain standards or norms. One way to get a quick handle on the nature of the value judgment is to see that any statement of facts can easily be converted into value judgment by introducing a value term. In the given table, the statements on the left are labeled descriptive, while the corresponding value judgment on the right are labeled prescriptive. Sometimes statements will seem like value judgment, when in fact, they are not, and vice versa. Here are some examples that can be confusing. For letter A, statements that provoke value judgments but are not value judgments themselves. Here are the examples. All these sentences are purely descriptive, but they describe things that normal people regard as obviously good or bad. The important thing to see here is that a statement is a value judgment if it expresses a value judgment, not if it simply provokes one. For letter B, statements that use value terms but which do not express value judgments. Sometimes, value terms are used to express statements that are descriptive than prescriptive. That's because value terms are often used simply as shorthand for more involved descriptive statements. For letter C, statements that mention value terms but do not use them. Here are the examples. In this example, he does not expect to have his mouth washed out with soap because he only mentioned the offensive expression. He didn't actually use it. Sarah used it. And lastly, for letter D, commands and rhetorical questions. Reasons and conclusions are always statements. Neither commands nor questions literally express statements, but they are often properly interpreted as expressing value judgments. For example, stop hitting your sister. Literally, it is a command, not a statement. But depending on the context of utterance, it might also be interpreted as expressing the value judgment. Roughly speaking, a value judgment is a claim about something's moral, practical, or aesthetic worth. Value judgments do not simply describe the world. They prescribe certain attitudes or behaviors toward the world. That's all for our discussion. I hope you were able to jot down all the necessary information needed for our next activities. It is now time for us to do your What's More activity. For independent activity 1, below is the list of the 10 biggest issues, both good and bad, that shapes the entire journey of the Philippines in 2020. Which particular issue affected you the most? Choose one and discuss it briefly. The paragraph must be no longer than 200 to 250 words long. For independent assessment 1, judge the relevance and author's reasoning on the text. Read the news article below and take note of the important details for you to be able to fill out the table of the facts mentioned in the text. Write your answers on your answer sheet. And lastly, for independent assessment number 2, determine the following statements as descriptive or prescriptive. Write letter D for descriptive and letter P for prescriptive. Do this on your answer sheet. You will be given an additional time to accomplish all these activities. And your timer starts now.
Time's up! You really amazed me with your ideas. Since your answers may vary from this activity, evaluation and checking of your answers will also be done right after this video.
Let us now reflect about your learning using what I have learned. For your activity under what I have learned, read each statement and decide which of the statements that follow is correct. Write letter C before the correct judgment and leave the others blank. You may find more than one correct judgment. You will be given 1 minute to answer this task, and your timer starts now.
Time's up! Your answer to this activity may vary. That is why evaluation and checking of your answers will be done right after this video.
It's time to put everything into action using what I can do. Make a slogan about why discrimination must be stopped. Do this on a sheet of bond paper or 1/4 size white cartolina. An additional time will be provided for you to accomplish this task, and your timer starts now.
Good job, class! Your answers may vary in this activity. That is why evaluation and checking will also be done right after this video.
Let us now assess your overall learning about the topic we discussed using your activities under final assessment. For your final assessment, read and analyze the following items. Write only the letter of the correct answers on your answer sheet. You will be given 1 minute to answer this task, and your timer starts now.
Good job, class! Your answers may vary in this activity. That is why evaluation and checking will also be done right after this video.
For your assignment, evaluate the editorial cartoon using the rubric below. Then, answer the questions that follow. Rate also the cartoon using the given rubric below. Do this on your answer sheet.
And that's all for today. I hope you learn and enjoy a lot about this session. Thank you for your cooperation. Till next time, bye!